which is having a centralized hub for everything concerning you, your business, what you offer to your customers and clients, and how they can grow in relationship with you as well as benefit you as well. Which meaning you have an ascension relationship, one where you get to know each other and then you're able to add value to one another, meaning they receive from your knowledge, your goods, your services, but you are also compensated according to the level of knowledge and service that you're providing to them. In the midst of developing this, I've noticed that the one thing that everybody immediately comes back to is writing a book. And so I've been thinking about relaunching an amazing program that I used to teach. And it's about helping people not only write, publish, but also promote and market their book so that it can help fuel their platform. And as I was going through my materials, I found this amazing video that I feel like really describes why you need to write a book right now in this season. You know, when you guys look back at some of the archives and the things that you've done in the past, it's like, oh my gosh, that video was so bad. Or I was really pulling and stretching, you know, things were all over the place. And so it's a little embarrassing, but it's also really true and relevant for right now. So I want you to take a moment to watch this video and hear why it is that you need to write your book right now. Because here's what a book does. A book allows people who don't know you to be able to understand your philosophy, to get to know you better, and then understand why it is that you do what you do, or why your service or your philosophy or your methods work. And so the book is an amazing tool. Of course, there's a ton of tools like AI and ghostwriting and things that people are doing nowadays to actually write books. And so a lot of the things that I taught in the previous, it was called the Author Challenge. A lot of things that I taught in the previous Author Challenge, I've had to update, and I'm going to have to go through and tell us how we're doing it now, because that was like, you know, a few years ago, and technology always changes. But the core principle is the same. Your book is like a first date with someone that can ascend them from just getting to meet you today to know, liking, and trusting you almost instantly and overnight. It's just like going to Netflix and finding this series called Bridgerton. I don't know if anybody's ever watched that, but I was like, I'm not watching Bridgerton. I'm not watching it. And then when I finally got onto Netflix and I started watching it, I absolutely loved it. And I binged it so that I could understand the entire season right then and there. And that's the same thing I do with Game of Thrones. I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones. I'm not really interested. Everybody's on this, you know, this bandwagon. But the moment I watched the first episode, I was like, okay, I've got to watch it and understand. And I binged it until I got it. And I felt like I knew the writers, I knew the characters, I knew everyone who was a part of that show. And that's what your content is all about. That's what social media is about. That's what your YouTube is about. That's what we're doing on the front end, is helping people get to know us and bridge the digital divide. What happens in this world right now is some people in another country, in another state that you may have never met before, will meet you online, but they don't really know you. So we've got to find a way to bridge the gap between the digital divide, between the creepy people, the lying people, the people who are just catfishing and gaslighting everyone, making you a real, true, credible source, a person that people know, like, and trust, and feel like they know you. And then they actually like you, they trust you, and then they can buy things from you. But it all starts with having that piece of content that people can binge watch or read overnight like a book, or being able to consume lots of who you are to help expedite or accelerate the process of them getting to know you faster. And so that's what the book is all about. So I'm really excited about relaunching the Author Challenge and helping people write their book, publish it by themselves, and then also use it as the marketing tool. So I'm really excited about that. But watch this video, because I think it's really going to bless you. And then afterwards, I'm going to come back and tell you how you can actually connect. And it's going to tell you exactly why I believe you should write your book right now. If you haven't gotten your book, first of all, let me tell you why now is the right time to write your book. Okay, now is the time. If you've ever thought about writing a book, you've got to do it now. It's not about right now. It's about where you're going. It's about the vision that you have. It's about the dreams that you've been writing. It's all about the plan that you have for 2020 and beyond. And then it's all about the plan that God has for you. God wants to take you to some major platforms. He wants to open some mighty doors for you. There's some things in your industry, in your field, that you haven't been able to break through on. It's like you've been at a glass ceiling and you've been able to get so far, but not as far as you want to get. You've been able to get some traction, but you haven't seen the notoriety. You haven't gotten the big clients, the big contracts. And a lot of that is hinged upon you. So what happens is when you go to CNN, when you go to MSNBC, when you look on any of these major networks, everyone has this one thing in common. They all have a book. Their book is their calling card. Their book is their calling card. This is their business card. You don't just hand out a business card anymore. People don't even do business cards anymore. I have a marketing agency, and sometimes people ask me for business cards. I'm like, why? You're never going to use them. It's just a waste of money. We're printing 5,000 of something that people are going to use to wipe their bottoms with and put it in the trash. Listen, nobody uses business cards anymore. It's simply, here's a copy of my book. Guys, how amazing is that? How awesome is that? That you will be able to write a book and use it as your business card. This is the proof that I'm truly a expert in my field. This is the proof that I know what I'm talking about. I've thought about it, I've researched it, and I've taken the time to distill my thoughts into this one piece of work, this one body of work. Guys, that is so amazing. And so now is the time that you must write your book. You have to write it now, because you can't wait for the door to be opened and say, hold on, let me go write my book real quick. No, when they call you and they want you on in as an expert, when they want to interview you, you've got to have things ready. You've got to have your systems in place. You've got to have your sales funnels ready. You've got to have your network together. You got to have your social media together. Honey, you've got to be flowing on all cylinders. And if you know I'm talking the truth, I want you to, yes, but I agree. Give me some heart, show some love, say that's the truth. That is the truth. You got to be ready to roll, because when the opportunity knocks, you got to be ready to walk through that door. So now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to make sure that you've got that book. If you've already got a book, you need another book, because that one book is not going to be the sum of all of your collective thoughts. See, the problem that a lot of people do, they try to put everything about everything they know into one book. Honey, that is not going to work. You've got to take your thoughts, distill it down into one simple thought, into one simple concept and principle, and then you go through the many facets of that principle. It's just like a diamond. The diamond, you can look at it and it has, many different facets. You turn it this way, you get another perspective. You turn it that way, you get another angle. You flip it upside down, you get another angle. Guys, you've got to do that. You've got to chew the meat and chew it well. Honey, sometimes we're putting that stuff in our mouth and we're swallowing. We've got kids, right? You're like, honey, how did you finish your dinner that fast? Honey, you did not chew any of that food. Is because they swallowed it all. They swallowed it whole, and their body is not going to be able to digest it well. And if you want people to follow you, you want people to be a part of your network, you want to grow something bigger than yourself, then you got to be able to give them bite-sized chunks that they can chew, that they can digest, and they can come back and get more, honey. They're going to be lifetime customers. And so I speak to you. I speak over your business. I speak over your ministry. I speak over your vision, and I decree and declare that you will not wait another minute. You will not slack another season. You will not give another month that goes by that you're not writing your book, that you're not managing your social media, that you're not putting forth the effort that it takes. And we're not talking about money here. We're talking about planning. We're talking about foresight. You know where you want to go. You're the one who lays awake at night, laying in bed, and you see your vision. You're the one who's been praying to God, show me what to do. Show me the next steps. Well, honey, here is the answer to your prayer. First of all, write your book. Somebody clap your hands, touch your neighbor, tell them that's the truth. Put it in the chat. Say, that's the truth, honey. That is the truth. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching that. It's really crazy to see the blast from the past, but I'm so much further along, and I really want to help you be able to do that, to develop a platform. A platform, once again, is not just social media, not just a website, or not just a product, but it's the way those things are integrated so that you can really build a movement and have a community of people who know, like, and trust you, and who are walking alongside you along a pathway and a journey. It's not just a one-off. It's not just a one sale. It's not just a, hey, show up one time, but it's a relationship that evolves and grows over the years so that people become lifelong customers. And so the author challenge is here. If this is something that you think you would be interested in, I want you to comment below. If you think this is you and you want to know more about how you can utilize a book or one piece of content to indoctrinate, to build relationship, and to get people to trust you so that they can buy your products and service and become lifelong customers with you, or lifelong partners in relationship with you, then I want you to comment below and just type me. And when I see that, I'll go ahead and I'll reach out to you and I'll send you the link to find out more. When you comment below, comment me, and I'll send you the link so that you can be a part of this. I'm going to do a workshop that's going to take you from beginning to end and give you everything you need to know about utilizing utilizing the book as a tool to grow your business. This is going to be called the Author Challenge. I've done this in the past, but I can't wait to bring it back and help you guys see the updated, revised version. It's going to be so powerful and cool, and I can't wait to do this in the next couple of weeks. So definitely go ahead and comment below me, and I'll send that right to you. All right, guys, I look forward to hearing more about you.